100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. This is taken at the 3. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hot the crowd, they just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Now, before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. .31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
21. Go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Gets this one to Juszczyk. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him. A couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
What you got? What you got?
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He may try and run for this. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think the teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Hey, high 7. 1, Omaha.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go. White. Flag. 11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jalen Ferguson able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Thomas. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo now. First down throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Check down to Breida. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Shift.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
On the keeper, Greg Greenwald on the second. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 56 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just the
blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Set, hut, 6 yards.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, gun.
Stay on. Mike, 48. Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson, forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Garoppolo looks to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
I got you.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he's got room. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Oh, what a move. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over. Get you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down.
54.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the curve.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. Well, the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.